tissue level of organization. Tissues are groups of similar cells and extracellular material that carry out a common function. 4 types of tissues: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue. Nervous tissue. Junctions. There are 5 types of cell junctions: tight junctions, adherens junctions, desmosomes, hemidesmosomes, gap junctions. Epithelial tissue lines every body surface and all body cavities. Forms both the external and internal lining of many organs. Composed of 1 or more layers of closely packed cells. Cells sit on basal surface, basement membrane. Apical, upper, free surface. No blood vessels. Classification of epithelium. Classified by arrangement of cells into layers. Simple equals 1 cell layer thick. Stratified equals many cell layers thick. Pseudostratified equals single layer of cells where all cells don't reach apical surface. Nuclei are found at different levels so it looks multi-layered. Classification of epithelium. Classified by shape of surface cells. Squamous equals flat. Cuboidal equals cube-shaped. Columnar equals tall column. Transitional equals shape varies with tissue stretching. Examples of simple squamous. Surface view of lining of peritoneal cavity. Section of intestinal showing serosa. Stratified squamous epithelium. Functions of epithelial tissue. Protection. Regulation of materials into and out of the organ or tissue. Produce secretions. Endocrine glands. Exocrine glands. Functions of epithelial tissue. Nerve endings detect changes in the external environment at their surface. Continuously supply information to the nervous system concerning touch, pressure, temperature, and pain. Endocrine glands. Lack ducts and secrete their products directly into the interstitial fluid and bloodstream. Hormones act as chemical messengers to influence cell activities elsewhere in the body. Exocrine glands. Duct secretes materials onto the surface of the skin or onto an epithelial surface lining an internal passageway. Connective tissue. Most diverse and microscopically variable are the tissues. Designed to support, protect, and bind body structures together. Rich blood supply, except cartilage. Basic components of CT. All CT share 3 basic components: cells, protein fibers, ground substance. Components of CT: protein fibers. Most contains protein fibers throughout the tissue. Strengthen and support connective tissue. Type and abundance of these fibers varies depending on function. Components of CT: protein fibers. 3 basic types of protein fibers. Collagen fibers are strong and stretch resistant. Elastic fibers are flexible and resilient. Reticular fibers form an interwoven framework. Components of CT: ground substance. Cells and the protein fibers reside within a material called ground substance. Non-living material produced by the connective tissue cells. Primarily consists of molecules composed of protein and carbohydrate and variable amounts of water. May be viscous, blood, semi-solid, cartilage, or solid, bone. Functions of connective tissue. Physical protection. Support and structural framework. Binding of structures. Storage. Transport. 2 broad categories of court-loose connective tissue. Dense connective tissue. Cartilage network of fibers in rubbery ground substance. Avascular, slow to heal, no nerves. Resilient and can endure more stress than loose or dense connective tissue. Types of cartilage: hyaline cartilage, fibrocartilage, elastic cartilage. Supporting connective tissue: cartilage, hyaline, fibrocartilage, elastic, bone, compact, spongy, fluid connective tissue. Blood, lymph, muscle tissue, skeletal muscle, striated, voluntary cardiac muscle, striated, involuntary, smooth muscle, not striated, involuntary.